What's going on, guys? It's Adonis. Manga Chapter 28 of Dragon Ball Super reveals so much about Beerus. I'm going to talk about in this video, which Beerus is stronger, the manga version or the anime version? Or is it the same character strength? Is this basically the same level as the anime character Beerus? Let's talk about it. I am so excited. Now, if you guys are fans of Dragon Ball Super, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you have that notifications turned on so you don't miss any future content. All right, guys, so let's just kind of do a brief overview of what happened in Manga Chapter 28. We obviously see Goku going to Zeno-sama's palace, and at that time, Zeno was talking to the Daishinkan, talking about, he's all these universes, he's kind of tired of watching them over. He wants to kind of get an update of the mortal levels of this universe. And he said, as usual, universe, I think it was 12 or 1 of the two was already at the top. And he was like, look, man, maybe we can just do 4. I don't really want to manage all these other universes anymore. He was going to wipe them out. Goku pops up literally in the nick of time to save everybody, basically, with the tournament of power idea. Now, at this time, Zeno forgot. And Goku's just like, yeah, I thought you did. And he's like, all right, cool. We'll do it in essentially 48 hours, which is 5 ticks. Now, the one thing that we saw in this that we did not see in the anime was the Daishinkan's ability to, one, contact every single god of destruction and angel, and then immediately, once they're ready, teleport them directly to Zeno-sama's place. They all appeared besides Universe 8 because I think one was in the restroom or something like that. But really interesting to see. That was a really cool sequence. I wish we got that sequence in the anime. That just looked dope on paper. It was super fly. So I actually dig that quite a bit. Now, this part was really interesting because obviously Champa sees Goku and he was like, hey, what's he doing here? What's going on? So, Champa's already trying to put stuff together. He's like, what's going on? I know exactly what's going on. He's talking about some tournament stuff. Beerus, you messed up again. And we find out later on that Beerus actually got everybody on his bad side because he fell asleep during a universal hide-and-go-seek match, and Zeno was not having it and was threatening to destroy everything, so all the other gods of destruction had to make up for Beerus falling asleep. So we see all the gods of destruction find out about this tournament of power. The other Zeno-sama that Goku brought over from the other alternate timeline had never seen anything like this before, very similar to the anime. And the difference with this, though, was they had the gods of destruction fight and not, universe, 7 and, was it 11? No, 7 and 9. 7 and 9, universe 9, yeah. Now, also, when the gods showed up, universe 11, I keep forgetting the clown guy's name, but he had Toppo there as well. And he was like, the Daishinkan asked him, who's this man behind you? And he was like, look, I was planning on retiring very soon, and this is a guy that I've been training to take my place. Now, we already know Jiren is on another level than Toppo. Just really interesting that Toppo was the one that he's taking under his wing, and considering that Toppo is very justice, it's just weird that he was the one that he's selecting to be the god of destruction. So really interesting. So we finally get to see all these gods of destruction in a ring, and something that I was not expecting was the bombshell about Katella and Beerus. Now see, this was really interesting. So in the anime, we found out that there's a mortal stronger than a god of destruction, and that god of destruction beat Beerus at an arm wrestling match. We find out in this manga chapter that god of destruction was Katella, the Chuck E. Cheese looking dude. So the crazy thing about this is, are these things congruent? Is there a mortal in Catella's universe that is stronger than Katella? Or did this mortal come from another universe? But then Beerus obviously states exactly what I was thinking when I heard it, was well, just because he beat you in an arm wrestling match, that's not combat. That's an arm wrestling match. So, and Katella was like, why don't you? It's like, I beat you once. And he's like, no, it was an arm wrestling match, bro. That's not the same thing. So I thought that was really interesting that they addressed that the arm wrestling does not equate to fighting strength or skill set. Now, this is where things get really interesting. So obviously, Goku talks, saying basically, go all out. And Beerus is like, dude, this is your fault. And all the gods are like, oh, so this is your fault. This is the second time you messed up. Somebody from your universe messed something up for all of us. We should take you out first. And this was so crazy, guys, to see Beerus just handle the other gods. Like, that is crazy to me. Like, and it was crazy too, because we found out that one, Champa hasn't been training in ages, right? He said that. But we know that Beerus has been trained by Whis, and Whis is saying, even in the anime, that, Beerus hasn't fully gotten on that level of Whis where he can move and dodge and do things without having to think about it. And you see in this that, he was doing it right off the bat, but obviously he's not on Whis' level, so he got caught a couple of times. But it was crazy to see, like, Beerus seems like he's on another level compared to everybody else. Now, this is really interesting. The big question that brings up to me is, if this is congruent with the anime, okay, what does that say about Goku? Because during the tournament, when he fought, when he was fighting Universe 9, the wolf guy from Universe 9, the one that's getting really big, I keep forgetting his name, when he fought him and he finally goes Super Saiyan Blue, the other gods of destruction stated, what's this, the power that rivals the gods? Like, I'm thinking, if it was to rival a god, it would have to be equivalent to a god, correct? That would be a rival. But we had already saw that he was no rival of Beerus. He just wasn't on Beerus' level. So now that we see Beerus fight these other gods of destruction, there's different levels to their power. And you can tell, like, it seems like he was not easily handling them, but he was outclassing them fairly easily. So that could mean that Goku is stronger than some other gods of destruction. That is definitely a possibility. So now here's the big question, right? We've seen in the anime, only times that Goku has fought him was in Super Saiyan God. We've heard, we've seen Beerus state some things when Goku went Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, and he was like, why don't he use this against me? And obviously said, no, it's nothing to worry about, but we haven't actually seen him fight him at that level yet in the anime. In the manga, we've seen Beerus fight Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta in a controlled or, perfected Super Saiyan Blue state, which is almost the equivalent of the Kaioken in the anime, because we've seen Goku do it against Zamasu, and it kind of had like that Kaioken effect of of power. Obviously, he wasn't handling Zamasu, but he was actually keeping up with him, but it was still, hurting his body. Like, it was actually damaging his body, controlling that ki the way that he was. So when you have Vegeta going in with the same ability and just getting essentially one-shotted, really tells how strong Beerus is in the manga. Not to mention now we see him against all the gods of destruction, and it seems like he's on the top. But in the anime, we haven't really seen, what that looks like from Beerus. We haven't seen Beerus fight anybody his equal yet. Like, there's no scale there, because we only seen him fight versus, Goku in Battle of Gods in that, either in the movie or in that arc itself. So there's no other judge of strength for Beerus at the moment. And we have seen that the manga takes different liberties on the story. We don't have Kaioken in the manga, but we have this perfected Super Saiyan Blue. So there's things that are different. We didn't have these gods fighting in the anime, but we have them fight them in the manga. So my biggest question is there, is it congruent? Are they the same power level, or is Beerus stronger in the manga at the moment? So to me, that's just still a really big question until we see chapter 29 to see how this fight pans out. We don't really know where Beerus stacks up in the hierarchy of these gods, but from this initial attack, we can tell that he's definitely extremely skilled and was holding back significantly against Goku. So what are your guys' thoughts on this? Do you think that Beerus is on the same level in the anime that he is in the manga? We just haven't seen enough of him in the anime to really support this kind of level of power. We just have this hearsay stuff. We haven't actually seen Beerus fight without any restraint. So that's question number one. Question number two is, do you think Goku is stronger than any of these other gods of destruction? We've seen him take on, in the anime, Hakai energy from Sidra. Not 100% sure if that was the same as him holding it out and using a full blast attack, or because he put this destruction energy in a ball, is it not as powerful? What does that mean? Like, let me know your guys' thoughts on that. Let me know your guys' thoughts as well on Manga Chapter 28. Did you guys like it? What are your questions? What are your theories on Beerus' strength, on Goku's strength? where they stack up? I want to know in the comment section down below. Also, if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys are subscribed and have that notification bell turned on so you don't miss any future content. If you guys like the video, hit that thumbs up button, show your boy some love, and if you want to check out the last video, the link will be right here to the side. All right, guys, till next time. See you later.